I wonder if this situation doesn't eventually remind Americans how we really value luxury. I mean, in the 1970s when we had, that fuel crisis, everyone ran out, traded in their big vehicles and got, you know, economy cars. And then we saw that again, around 2008 and a little bit earlier. And here we are again. I mean, I know everybody on my street owns huge trucks. None of them own, anything that they're going to do anything with the trucks. But you know darn well when they go to fuel, even on a regular day, they're probably putting in 70, $80, a gallon. I mean, my ex was like that. He had to have this huge truck just because he thought, that it was cool, that it was, whatever. But it would cost like 100 and some odd dollars to fuel the thing. I mean, on a good day. So what I'm trying to say here is, um, I agree that fuel prices are high in certain areas. I sympathize. But I also wonder if we did not want to live such a luxurious, lifestyle, if it would hurt us as badly. And that's really all I have to say.
All right. That's some good insight. With this, I have Alexia. Alexia, I don't have a clear topic from you. I'm going to let you go on ahead and speak if you wanted to speak on this topic. If you want to put in a topic, I don't really have a one from you. But if you want to speak on this topic, go ahead. If you want me to write in a two for you, please go ahead and do that. Alexia?
I
Okay,
think
so her
just
response,
yeah.
what she wrote was, Jeff, knowing about the Lady R, you may know that there is a certain government in bed with IRGC and it is super dangerous. Armin will tell you, I have no choice but to keep fighting. There is no time for fear. I think this is about national security, and I think Jeff might have some insight into what this is about because I'm not too clear. Will you want to go ahead and help her out here, Jeff?
Yeah, so it centers around the government that currently resides inside South Africa. South Africa's government had, and definitely a lot of political elements within South Africa. They're extremely violent, very radical left wing, very much Afro supremacist, very much aligned with Putin's criminalized counterintelligence state and or the IRGC remnants, mullah regime remnants, Chai Coms, the rest of it. So there's a lot of destabilization going on, not the least of which is you have things like the Wagner Group helping out a lot of these groups to destabilize South Africa and be able to rob like rare earth minerals and diamonds and oil and all the rest of it. So, I mean, she's not wrong, right? I mean, that's that's like a legit issue, particularly if you're trying to like chop off all the tentacles of the IRGC. That's one of them. I mean, it's one of the longer tentacles, still significant tentacle. I don't want them to have any place to go, right? So balloon effect. We put pressure here. Bad guys go to places where you're not doing pressure. So the idea is, you don't want to keep doing all that because you're doing whack-a-mole all day. My answer to that was pop the balloon. You just hit them everywhere and you don't give them a chance to fucking adapt.
All right. I believe we have super chats. They may be pressing on this topic, so I'm going ahead and let Armin take care of that. Go ahead.
It's I'll read them after Jose because Jose is responding to this topic and this would change the topic. I saw so let's maybe let Jose respond and after that I'll go.
Oh, I'm very sorry, Jose. I just saw it, and I'm just picturing you in a bow tie. Go ahead.
Yeah, picture me in a bow tie, sweating 50 pounds of water every couple hours. Okay. I want to bring you up to date a little bit on what's happening in South Africa because currently the largest population of people asking for asylum in the United States are the white South Africans that are being run out by the government. Apartheid is dead and living together is dead. And that's what's happening in South Africa. They're the largest population coming into the United States.
You have reverse apartheid. They're just going after they want to reverse with that. Okay.
The one reverse
All
apartheid in South Africa? What the hell? Right? What?
right.
What it was what Jeff said. It was what Jeff said that there's it's basically payback time, and everybody that's white was obviously one of them that belittled them or made them feel small. So the government's definitely on payback time. They're coming in, and Trump's already said they got it. Just got to make a reasonable reason why, and they're in.
Okay, I see more people wanting to respond because of Jose saying that. I see Shauna and Samantha wanting to respond to that sketch. Should we do that? And also Jeffrey now. Wow.
Well,
You
we're
open?
50 minutes on the first topic. Like, I'll leave it up to you, but
Okay,
I think
quick responses maybe each, like really quickly each
I
one.
think we could do a quick fire. That could work perfectly. I also want to give time for the super chats because these are wonderful donors. We love you, super chatters. We love you. Okay, I'm gonna go rapid fire. Let you get 30
Rapid.
seconds in there. Go ahead, Shauna.
I just want to say the South Africans, it's actually basically the Boers are more or less being genocided. Babies have been boiled alive. It's not okay. What's happening to them? Just the end.
All right, go ahead, Samantha.
Samantha, is she speaking? I don't have any idea. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I feel obligated to yell that what Jose said was wrong, but I honestly don't know what's going on in South Africa to know what is happening.
Okay, so you don't know what's
Okay,
happening, but the emotional baggage that you have with the leftist communist cult makes you feel like you need to say that it's wrong. I understand that. Okay.
and last to respond on this, we have Jeff. Wait, let me see if there's another two. No,
Oh,
I think that's the last.
wait, can I
You
just
missed my
appreciate?
two. Oh no, Cherry. Cherry also.
Wait,
I'm
can I
sorry.
appreciate Samantha just gave a thumbs up, which means that she acknowledges that she Samantha, you are very self-aware of the emotional demons that are hunting you, and I congratulate you for that. Of being that level of self-awareness is really hard to come by, so good job. All right, sorry Sketch, I interrupted you.
I missed Cherry. I'm very sorry, Cherry. Please go.
I just had two quick comments, and you can erase my number one that I had. Um, First of all, I think the best way to affect people in the US is if somebody made an AI video that literally showed what the world would look like if Iran, the Islamic regime, had a nuclear weapon. Unfortunately, we are too visual, but I think that would be a bonus to help. And the other comment I wanted to make was when we were talking about rent, if you see what happened in New York under Madami, first he did is he froze rent. He froze it. So you cannot up your rent. And then he increased property taxes by 10%, which means the people who own property, you're not allowed to up your rent, but at the same time, they're going to up your taxes. It's a game. It's a shell game, and it's a horrible way to.
It's theft.
Exactly. Thank you.
It would force people to sell, and the people who sell would have to pay a sales tax on that. It like when property tax is used in this way, it's a way to force people to sell. They keep increasing it and the property tax until there's no way for you to breathe and keep land. So you have to sell. You don't have an out. I think that might be some of what's going on there. And if you have to sell, and he gets a bunch of property tax from that sell, he can put that as a win in his coffers because
Well,
of the
his end game is to take private property and demolish it. And
socializing.
he wants the government to own land and own property and not individuals. That's
Absolutely.
his end game. And this was a beautiful way for him,
Yep. He's trying to do
horrible way,
that.
and a
Horrible.
beautiful way for him to try and meet that goal.
All right. I agree. And with that, we're going to go to Jeff. Jeff closes out, please.
Oh yeah. So what Alexia is saying is again not. This isn't tragically a one-off. This very much finds its origins in Soviet active measures that disproportionately supported people and terrorists like Mandela, the ANC, and the terrorist arm of the ANC, Umkhonto We Says We, or the Spear of the Nation. I'm probably mispronouncing that, including the mass campaign of Soviet-backed and in many cases materially supported terrorist operations all throughout Africa, like Operation My Bouye, the Church Street bombings. I posted in the link or the chat. This is when Mandela was singing the anthem of the Spear of the Nation on slaughtering all the whites. There's a more current version of that guy. His name is what is it? I'm gonna fuck this up. Julia Malema. He's very much uh, a pretty brutal guy. There's another guy. He was actually, this is one of the reasons why President Trump did what he did with regards to South Africa. Me and a couple others actually played a role in it. That guy was actually chanting about how, his militants to like over 10,000 people, all uniformed up, how they need to chase down, rape, and murder like white people's children. They're like fucked up people. I mean, it doesn't mean the apartheid government was good. The apartheid government was fucked up, and it's in many ways I'm glad it's gone. And that doesn't mean Mandela was a good dude. I mean, these guys are fucked up, and indeed they have direct organization operational ties, like the ANC and all the rest of them, with any number of hostile state actors, who include Putin's criminalized counterintelligence state, Chinese Communist Party, and elements out of the Mullah regime.
I also remember something about Winnie Mandela's necklaces where they would put a tire around people's neck and light it on fire so they would die. You know about that stuff. Yes, it's brutal.
Wait,
Revenge is not justice.
didn't we have just recently a major politician in South Africa campaign promise being that they will kill the whites or something like that? Like publicly just
The boys, yes.
That's the
Yes,
one I was
absolutely.
talking about, the chanting they
Yes.
were doing. And not
like
for
he public
nothing, the
like he
vast
didn't
majority.
it wasn't like he wasn't even hiding it, like he just explicitly said it, right? Yeah.
Not only did he explicitly said it, he chanted it and made songs about it and sang it in a stadium full of people singing along. Like if you see the videos of the stadium, it's people when they say kill the boy, they're talking about kill the white guys. That's what they're chanting in a stadium. We're talking like I wouldn't know if this is as big as an American stadium, but it's a stadium. It's like a soccer stadium full of people chanting that's what they want to do, and it's a redistribution oppressor narrative that they're using for this vengeance. It's not justice, it's vengeance. And with
And it
that, we got to go to super chats.
and not
Quickly,
only
I'm
that,
gonna
it's interesting because Western leftists deny that like the fact that they try so hard to that's even happening show that they think that you can't even be racist against white people because they deny something that is so publicly available for people to just go and watch and see.
Crosses and all that stuff. You can see the dead bodies. There's lots of numbers to back this up. Jeffrey wanted like a
just
last
real
closing thing.
quickly, real quickly, just to kind of show how full of shit the left really is. Like the vast majority of the people that were killed in Operation Maya Bouye and the mass terror campaigns under the kinetic arm of the ANC were actually blacks in South Africa. And indeed, Mandela, even after South Africa was liberated from the apartheid government, went out of his way to, through policy, kill and punish Zulu who supported our side, not the least of which was denying them medical care to leverage HIV to kill them. These people are absolute scum, and it's no wonder that they have ties to the Mullah regime.
Right. They're not just racist against whites. They're like this is like they're genocidal against white people in South Africa. And by the way, Alexa, please stay safe. She's Alexa seems to be under a lot of threats and danger in South Africa. So stay safe. Okay, Sketch. We're doing super chats.
Yes, sir.
Okay, because we went from all of a sudden we jumped to six super chats now. So thank you everybody. Fleshy Interloper saying, "What? No super chats?" So that was the first one. No, thanks to Fleshy, we got our first one. Thank you so much for that. And then Sarah with the second super chat saying, "Here's one. Love you, Armin. Thank you. Well, thank you too, Sarah. I appreciate that." And then we have Stick and Beans saying 2 out of 10, but he or she was just a little bit late, so instead of being 2 out of 10, it ended up being 3 out of 10. And thank you for that. And Stick and Beans again with another super chat saying, "And the wise last speaker said, I agree. Many people buy financial commitments." I think you're talking about Sophia. Sophie, sorry. Sophie saying, "As the wise last speaker said, I agree. Many people buy financial commitments, huge trucks, etc., mainly because of social pressure. I prefer life relaxed and happy regardless of profession I have or not." Well, that's a good philosophy to have. Yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty good. Chill life. Yeah, is guys. It's I think it's pretty easy. Just spend less than you make. I think it's a very simple rule that I don't know why it's hard for people to follow. Just spend less than you make. That's all. That's pretty. Okay. And then Fleshy, thank you so much for the super chat saying New York will lose rental properties. Yeah, I mean, this is okay. So yes, a lot of people don't understand what the simple solution to property prices are. I think it's very simple, and I think like a lot of you might disagree with me. The solution is more supply. How do you get more supply? You remove regulations. You just let people build by removing regulation. That's how you fix property prices. You don't fix property prices. In fact, you make property prices and long term even worse by forcing people by deciding for people what they do with their own private property, by telling people that this is how much you get to charge rent. You're basically telling people to invest less in property because it's not as profitable to have property. Guess what happens when people invest less in property? People are going to build less property, rental properties. Guess what happens when people build less rental property? Eventually, prices go back up, a lot up. So short term, people think like, oh my god, free like lower rents. But long term, because people end up building less, you're going to have less supply, and it's the simple rules of economics. Less supply means higher prices. So yeah, because less building. If it's not profitable, there will be less building. Fleshy interloper. These are simple economics, by the way, guys. This is why socialism and communism just violates basic laws of economics. Fleshy interloper saying, "Thank you so much again, Fleshy, for the super chat." Saying, "Are there still a lot of Cubans in Africa?" Oh, Jose, do you have the answer to that? Are there still a lot of Cubans in Africa?
That's debatable. Um, I don't know for sure. I know there's the people that were in the South American countries that are starting to turn have been returning to Cuba. Um, Africa, I don't know. I don't know if the I see the what ended the Cuban invasion of Congo and Angola, and the other one I can't think of right now was the AIDS epidemic. Okay, because they came back with the AIDS epidemic. So you guys, I think that it's okay to go to Cuba and pick up a young lady of the evening. Welcome to AIDS.
Oh, welcome to AIDS. Well, thank that didn't go where I thought it would go. Okay. Well, that was okay. Well, thank you. Okay, and
I'll look
then
up more
hmm? Say what?
information for you. I'll look for better information for you. I just don't have anything on that one.
Oh, okay. No, I was just joking around. Okay, so we got the last super chat. Thank you so much, Dominic Spencer, saying FIFA just revoked tickets for Iran to sell to fans. What? What's your take on this? I'm thinking IRGC was going to sell only to pro-regime fans. Thoughts? Oh my God, I didn't know about this. This is fantastic. If it's true, yeah, because they shouldn't be. You shouldn't give them the selection. I'm not following what's happening with FIFA and the Islamic Republic team. But if this is true, let me look into this. So, so yes. The Iranian Football Federation announced that its 8% official World Cup ticket allocation was abruptly revoked. Iran is publicly blaming the United States as the co-host for politically interfering and blocking their fans just days before the tournament kicks off. Iran had already started selling these tickets through their own channels, leaving fans who booked travel completely stranded. Okay, this is good. If the Islamic Republic is upset about this, then I'm happy about this. I think they probably were being selective regarding only allowing pro-regime people, more pro-regime people to buy these tickets. So if they're being political with who they're selling these tickets to, then that's a good move. So I'm happy with that. And thank you for bringing this to our attention. It's good to know this. Mm, yeah, thank you. Yeah, my take is that this is good. If the regime is upset, then this is good. My name is Armin Navabi. I'm an Iranian political analyst with decades of experience fighting the Islamic regime inside and outside of Iran. Make sure you follow me for more, and also make sure you join our discussion group. I'm there almost every single day. Come talk to me there and the rest of the people there in our group calls. It's a great place to meet and talk to people who like talking about politics. The link is in the description and or in the bio. You could also get there by scanning the QR code on the screen. See you there.